Hi guys, it's Chris here with a very quick comparison between the Teclast X70, which is on the right, and the Chuwi Vi7, which is on the left here. Now they're both physically identical tablets on the outside. Anyway, the housing is exactly the same. You can see they look very similar. Only slight differences when it comes to the Teclast logo in Chinese there and Chuwi right here. The camera, slightly different, black surrounding, just white. Both have the 2 megapixel rear fixed focus camera, which is utterly useless. Not a good camera at all. The microphones are all in the same position. Loudspeaker, both of them is in the same place here. And they are hopeless loudspeakers, but I must say that the Chuwi one just seems to be a little better. Just seems to be a tiny bit louder. Maybe they're using slightly different hardware there, or they've optimized their volume in the ROM or something to make it a little louder. So the Teclast also has a dual SIM capabilities, and the Chuwi doesn't. The Chuwi only accepts one 3G card, and you can run a 3G card in the Teclast X70 here, and a 2G card for just data, for just voice calls. You wouldn't use data on 2G because that's just incredibly slow. Now the hardware on both of them is slightly different. They're both running an Atom X3, but the Chuwi had the slightly faster version, so it's running the processor with this the C3230, which clocks up to 1.2 gigahertz, and the Teclast runs the version that only runs 1 gigahertz maximum turbo speeds. Now both of them are dual cores, 1 gigabyte of RAM, 8 gigabyte MMC, and when I'm using them, I can definitely notice that the overall, the Chuwi does feel faster. It has a better GPU in it. It's got a Mali 450. Teclast here only has Mali 400. And there is quite a huge difference in the scores when I have a look at Antutu. So we'll just run that now here and show you from a screenshot. Sorry, it won't sit through the whole benchmark. So you can see there, this is the Geekbench 3 score. Now there is a difference there when it comes to the multi-core score. That's because of the extra 200 megahertz has helped that out. There's quite a difference there. Now both of these are running different versions of Android. I'm not sure if you can see in the video, this is Android 4.4.4 on the Teclast, and the Chuwi is running Android 5.1.1, so very new there, new ROM. And overall, I do like the Lollipop Android 5 ROM. It's just a little bit better, has less bloat as well. Now if I find the score here, this is for Antutu. Okay, there we go. Antutu score. Very different scores here. So we have almost 15,000 on the Teclast, and then down here we have almost 27,000 on the Chuwi Vi7. So quite a big difference there, and that's really down to that Mali 450 GPU that's in the Chuwi. Just seems to handle the graphics a hell of a lot better with less stuttering. If you've seen my other video, I did a hands-on with a little bit of gaming using the Teclast X70 in a review I did, and I did encounter some heavy stuttering and lag when running Dungeon Hunter 5. It did start to struggle with that. Now, probably because I didn't manage the RAM very well either. You've only got 1 gigabyte of RAM, so you do really need to close things down to remember to do that when you're multitasking on them. Otherwise, you can run into a few difficulties there with running out of RAM and things. Now, the screens are identical as well. They both have the 1024 by 600 ratio, which is not HD, so it's a lower kind of ratio there. Screen resolution, I mean. Not ratio, and it's not the sharpest screens. Now, what Chuwi have done, they put a matte screen protector on this to cut down on the glares. It also cuts down on the fingerprint prints and the smudges. You can probably see the screen looks a little bit more messy on the Teclast, but it does look a little bit sharper because it doesn't have that graininess from the screen protector. Now, it's not a problem on the Chuwi because you can actually just go ahead and remove that, of course. So not too much of an issue there. Overall, both of them are very cheap tablets. They're around about 50, 60 US, and they're just entry-level budget tablets, really. So something maybe you wanted to get for some kids or something, or you wanted a 7-inch tablet that you could do some few minor things on, minor gaming, checking Facebook, internet, and make a few phone calls if you wanted to. because it is a possibility here on them. Now, as I mentioned, the cameras are not good at all, so you don't really want to be taking any photos with this kind of tablet. You can use them for video chat, for Skype and things like that. They look okay, but the front-facing camera is very bad. You will look all blocky, pixely, and all blurry for other people because it just doesn't have that resolution. Like both of the cameras here on the front, they're only VGA cameras. So if you think 2001 camera phones, when the first cameras came out on mobile phones, and we all thought they were wonderful at the time, but yeah, it just looks like that. It's not good at all. It takes a very pixely, blurry kind of photo that, you know, I would not use it at all for the photos. Overall performance of the ROM, it seems to be, both of them seem okay within the ROM using them. It's just a little bit of slowdown came into play when I was running a few games at the same time. It didn't particularly like that, but overall you can play games like Asphalt 8. So you see a bit of a delay there. And it will be perfectly playable on both of them, but I have noticed that what's just happened, look, the Teclast has just decided to reboot itself. So it's completely crashed the ROM, just me trying to run the game. That's really interesting. Now I have also had that happen to me on this one here, so I don't know what is going on, but I just had it reboot itself on me for no reason whatsoever, and now it's just happened live on this recording. So, not good. You can see that the boot up time on the tablets is quite slow too there. Overall, which one would I take if I was going to buy one of these tablets as a, you know, as a gift maybe or something, or just for myself, personal use as a little second tablet? Well, definitely I would be going for the Chuwi Vi7 here, because it's just overall faster. It has the Android 5 ROM on it, and the only reason I would go for the Teclast X70 would be because I would need the dual SIMs. So that's the only reason. If I needed to run 2 SIMs in a tablet at the same time, then yeah, I'd have to get this one here. But overall, yeah, this is the winner definitely, if I was going to choose between them. And there is a little bit of instability on both of these ROMs. Now they do have over-the-air updates, but you can see that one just reset there. So at the moment, yeah, I haven't had too many problems, but I did encounter one reboot on the Chuwi here. And I've had maybe 2 or 3 reboots on the Teclast, so I'm not sure what's going on with the tablet, with the ROM there. It's just not 100% stable. And honestly, if you're going to spend maybe $60 on a tablet, these are probably the best you can get for that price. Personally, I would just increase that limit a little bit, up to maybe about $85 if you can, or $90 or $100, and look at the Chuwi Vi8 8-inch tablet, or the HI8. I have reviews of those as well up on the internet on my channel. Those are some very good tablets that are quite cheap, and they offer bay trails, which have almost double the power of both of these tablets, but you don't have any 3G SIM cards support in them. So if you don't need the SIM card, take a look at those tablets. Alright, so that's just a very quick comparison. I don't want to get into too much detail of both of these tablets. You can see there, it's really like day and night when it comes to performance. That's your tablet. Thank you for watching the video, and hopefully I'll catch you in some of my up and coming videos. Bye for now.